Dear officers, a very good evening to one and all. I wish you all the success. Welcome to Buddha IAS. Happy Navratri, and I hope you had a great festival time. Ayudha Puja is a very important aspect in any professional. We do that in a different way. When it comes to students, it's always the books, the guidance, the material. I want to give you a very important tool to get first rank. Ethics, one of the most important aspect. This is the linchpin, this is the kingpin which connects all the things in your GS paper and in fact to essay and also your interview. So here this will be provided free of cost, and as you are aware, this ethics course will be important for interview, essay, governance, polity, and also to a greater extent it is important for society and social justice part. It will be covering more than like 800 marks in total. So some of the informations I have already told, like you are aware of me, so I don't want to repeat the things. Let's get started into the details. So what is this course about? So in fact, for the last 15 to 20 days, I was just thinking like, what is the best way? Because here, like every time I was finding some lacunae in my thought in my course module. The reason being, most of my students are those who have gone through my classes or those who have attended ethics already. So previously I thought like I should make a detailed course covering complete syllabus, all previous year questions with respect to section A, then one course for case studies completely. But what I found is students have already completed. So for them, I thought there should be a course which is advanced, which is in the nature of value addition, and also one of the biggest lacunae in mains preparation, answer writing. So in this direction, I have prepared this module. This module will be for those who have completed ethics at least once, at least read some books or watched some videos. It will be useful for those who are like giving interview this time and also next year mains written. So complete syllabus will be covered, and at the same time, reference material will be provided. Here, as I already told you, you have already completed. So I'll be going to the core, the crux of the things. So here, coming to the main features, the main thing, in fact, the major component on which it revolves around is answer writing. Daily you will be having a test, a mini test. So symbolically, Navaratri, 9 tests will be there. So 1 hour test you should be writing. After that, I'll be answering those questions. I'll be discussing. At the same time, I'll be adding some values, some advanced concepts, or some very basic things into what we are discussing. Right? At the end, you'll be having one full length mock test also. In fact, previously I thought of giving like full length mocks, but what I found is students generally don't write if I give like 250 marks. So I made this into mini tests. So to sum up the things, you'll be given a test. After that, the same questions will be discussed. In addition to that, value addition will be done. So it will be free of cost. Like today is a very auspicious day. So we are starting today, and I will be covering some important aspects. It will be online and English. And like some students from Karnataka are also asking for Kannada medium ethics batch that will be done like after their prelims, that is which is there on December 29th. Most important thing with respect to this course will be this is based on the UPSC sources. The most important thing, if you don't refer those things, chances are high that you won't be writing the exact answer. Ethics is in fact taught by many teachers without referring to the standard sources. Say, for example, the very definition of ethics. What is the basis for that? Ethics and human interference. What is the meaning of that? What is the basis for that? From where did you take? Because we cannot write each and every aspect in ethics paper based on our common sense. Values, say for example, it's a very broader one. You should have a reference to say what exactly value is. What is ethics? So it will be based on the UPSC sources from which the questions have been coming. UPSC has never said that these are the sources, but these are the sources from which the questions have been coming. So I'll be sticking to these things. This is the most important aspect with respect to this. So these are the things which you are aware of. We'll be covering. This will be live online and recorded classes will be provided. You can watch any number of time and it will be for lifetime and it will be in English medium. So it is starting today, one of the most auspicious day, Dussehra or Vijayadashami. So if you have got any queries or anything like that, if you are watching online, you can comment your queries. I'll be happy to answer those things. So how to join? Like here, it's a very simple one. The classes will be live. The material will be provided, everything on the app. So you should be downloading the Buddha AS app. If you have downloaded, you will be added soon. So how to join? So download the app from Google Play Store and you will be added to that within 6 months because it is me, only me who will be adding. So it may take some time. There's no one else. Okay. So do like, share and subscribe. Okay. So these are the things which I wanted to tell. So now please concentrate. Let's get started without wasting any time. This is our syllabus. The most important aspect here. Let us make this simple. See, like you are already aware of the syllabus. So to make the things better, see, this is the syllabus. Ethics and human interface, attitude, aptitude, and foundation values of civil service, emotional intelligence, moral thinkers and philosophers, civil service values, ethics in public and probity in governance. Right? But here, one important thing which you have to keep in mind is by reading the syllabus like this completely, or even by going to the chapter names, you won't be having like exact understanding. So what do I mean? So here there are some things which you have to emphasize in the syllabus. What are they? See, this is a way in which you have to understand. With respect to the first chapter, in fact, in first chapter you have got two things: ethics and also human values. We'll get into those things. So please note down. This is the way in which you have to understand. In fact, it has to be first chapter has to be human values and ethics. Next is attitude, then civil service. See, this is the most important change in your understanding, which you have to bring in. Aptitude and foundational values, right? But here the most important aspect is civil service. Clear? So for civil service, aptitude and foundational. This is the best and accurate way of understanding the things. And emotional intelligence, then thinkers and philosophers. There is no need to remember like moral thinkers and philosophers from India and world. It's self-explanatory. And the sixth one is public administration. So you should understand this chapter has a concept of public administration, not the other way around. If you don't understand, if you don't stress upon these things, your understanding won't be strong. And the last one is governance. So in this, you have to understand this has probity in governance. Clear? So please write down these things. This is the way in which you have to be understanding. Right? Done with? Next. So today what I will be doing? Today I will be taking each and every aspect of the syllabus and I will stress upon like what you should be reading, from where you should be reading, and what you have to emphasize on. What is the difficult one? What is the most important one? Right. Let's get started with the chapter number 1 itself. right? Now, with respect to chapter number 1, you have got, in fact, 3 important things. That is human actions, human values, and inculcation of values. This is the broader picture which you have to keep in mind. Is this clear? So here, until and unless you don't have fair idea as to what is human action, and continuing with that, essence of ethics in human action, determinants, consequences of ethics in human action, dimensions of ethics. Dimensions of ethics, this is a broader one taken from philosophy. Here we'll be having simply 3 important things. One is prescribing, and another one is explaining. Another one is like meta. So mean to say normative, non-normative, and meta-ethics, and ethics in public and private relations. And with respect to human values, here why they have chosen leaders, reformers, and administrators, lessons from their lives, then inculcation of values. So very important. These are the 3 things which you have to concentrate. See, if you just concentrate on essence of ethics, determinants, consequence, dimensions, you are lost. This is the main way in which you have to concentrate and you have to understand. Next is with respect to attitude, content, structure, and afterwards you have got like social influence and persuasion, moral and political attitude. So here, with respect to the first one, it's very simple, like content, structure, and function. So content, what is the content? ABC. You're now connected to both stuff. Affective, behavior, and cognitive things. Structure. Within and among this ABC component, how these things are arranged in our mind. Structure. Functions, what are the functions performed? Then how attitude influence thought and behavior. This is a very, very important one, very tricky one. And the most important in this chapter is social influence and persuasion. What is social influence and persuasion? In simple terms, society influencing your attitude is social influence. Changing your attitude by some external force, that is said to be persuasion. So here the most important source which you have to refer to, you can note down, very important, psychology textbook. Psychology textbook, like you can Google the thing, PDF is available. It's very excellently given in that. So here I repeat, social influence and persuasion are the most important aspects with respect to attitude. Other things are very general. And the third chapter, civil service. With respect to this, the entire syllabus, see, this is the syllabus which is given. The entire syllabus is taken from second ARC. Here, very, very important, second ARC says that in addition to commitment to constitution, these are the things. This is the one which has been overlooked. So here, first foundational value when it comes, it is not integrity or other things. It is the commitment to the constitution. This is the one thing which is lacking, which is missing, which you have to add in. And this is very, very important. And for all questions, you have to use this vocabulary: integrity, impartiality, objectivity, dedication, empathy, tolerance, compassion towards weaker sections. These are very, very important, especially in your case studies. Each and every case study, wherever you are a civil servant or a public administrator, you have to use these things. Okay. Sorry for this. Okay, I'm going back. Then emotional intelligence. Here, once again, students are lost with respect to emotional intelligence, those things. But majorly, what they have to concentrate is their utility and application in governance. So often, always in this direction, like the most frequently asked question is how emotional intelligence helps in decision making, that to ethical decision making. Like 3 to 4 times this question has come. So here, very important concept of emotional intelligence and how it is helpful in administration and governance. So for that, you should know what is governance, what is administration to begin with. Okay. Then moral thinkers and philosophers. Here, till date, only like three people have been asked. One is Rawls, John Rawls. They asked way back in 2016, a very very important thinker. Afterwards, they have asked Kant. With respect to him, like four times they have asked means and ends, and others like Bentham they have asked once. Then other things are general. So here you can just concentrate on the two three approaches like utilitarianism, deontology, and other things, and afterwards you can just concentrate on the main core like Socrates, Aristotle, and like Socrates they have asked once, Aristotle, Plato. That's it. So there is no need for you to go in depth. The reason being, with respect to thinkers and philosophers, like without your like without you can answer most of the questions even without reading them. Only in very very few cases they may ask like directly their contribution. The reason being, they will give a quote and they ask you to explain. So for that, there is in fact there is no need for you to like go through all the things what these people have said, because they are like very very huge literatures. Okay, so moral thinkers and philosophers, some may get the doubt. You can go through the difference between these two I have given. Next, coming to civil service values, ethics in public administration. So this is a very very important aspect. So why is this? Civil service comes under public administration. Public administration is a broader one. Public administration encompasses the whole executive. Civil service is just a part. So all the things when you read, by taking these things into consideration, your understanding will be different. Let me explain a simple thing here. Say for example this. Okay, accountability and ethical governance. Here, most of the students, what they do is they read the accountability and afterwards they read ethical governance. That is not the way. How accountability helps in bringing ethical governance is the thing which you have to consider. And also, you have to keep in mind that you are reading this topic under public administration ethics. A very, very important, you can note down this one: laws, rules, regulations, and conscience as a source of ethical guidance. A very, very important one. Here, UPSC itself has given laws, rules, and regulation, conscience as the source of ethical guidance. What does this mean? If at all, if they give in any case studies, if you are an officer, if you are an IAS officer, or anything like that, then definitely laws, rules, and regulations are the ethical standards which you have to consider, and also are the things or the basis on which you have to take the decision. So generally, first and second are generally not covered by most of the teachers because they are very deep. So with respect to civil service and ethics in public administration and problems, and ethical dilemmas, a easy one. Laws, rules, and regulation, a very very important one. And afterwards, accountability in relation to ethical governance you have to study, and general then strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance. So for this, what you have to read is, for the sixth topic, you have to read second ARC, where like they have talked about corruption. In this, they have explained the things in a very beautiful way. And coming to international relations, one most important thing is they are asking only the burning topic. Say, for example, with respect to international relations, if you just like identify some 5 to 10 points, definitely the question will be based on this itself. Say, for example, they asked about Corona, they asked about like Russia-Ukraine war, right? Then corporate governance, here the most important thing they are asking is with respect to corporate social responsibility. So here, ethics in public administration, in that why corporate governance? Can anyone answer this? Ethics in public administration, in that we have got corporate governance. The reason being, listen to me, the reason being, government is also acting as a entrepreneur, corporation, right? So to sum up the things in a very crisp way, government is involved in providing goods and services majorly in two ways. One is by departmental organization. Say, for example, Department of Space. It is completely under the government, under the department. So it's like almost part of government. But there are some corporations where government is involved, but they are not directly under any department. They are run according to the rules framed under the corporate governance. Right? Next, probity in governance. These are the things on which the questions have been directly asked. In this major fault, what students do is taking the sixth and seventh, that is code of ethics and code of conduct independently. No, that is not the correct one. Like code of ethics, code of conduct have to be studied with respect to civil service values, because this is the way second hierarchy has integrated. In that, like information sharing, transparency are very, very important. But here, conceptual clarity will be sufficing. In addition, citizens charter, every time there will be a question in GS and also to a greater extent in ethics paper also. Right? So case studies on the above issues. So most of the, like with respect to solving case studies, there are two approaches. One is finding for the loopholes or finding for the traps. That is the one. Second approach is taking this as an opportunity to make the decision. I repeat, the second one is the most important one and which you have to inculcate, because here it is not like you someone finding some fault or trapping you. In fact, case study is a situation where they want to see your decision making. So here you have to see this as an opportunity to make a good decision, right? So these are the some of the things which I wanted to share in this regard. Like tomorrow you'll be having a test, a small test. So that will be for 1 hour. Afterwards, I'll discuss the entire chapter and the questions I have given in a very, very systematic way, right? Then this is the one. Then next, coming to one important aspect. Ethics, it has been defined like by many in different ways. But what do you understand by ethics? In this regard, you have to take the reference of second ARC on which the whole syllabus is built. So according to second ARC, ethics means standards. So when you say that something is a standard, say for example, if you take centimeter, that is a standard. Based on that, we measure, right? So here, with respect to humans, with respect to society, these are the standards. I'll go in depth, but I'll just explain the very crux. And these are societal standards. Who gave these standards? It's not me, it's not you, or it's not even any government. It is given by ethics is rational, universal, applied, pragmatic, objective mechanism of morality. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. So just listen to me. This is a very important definition which you have to internalize. All other definitions, they may appear like very, very important. That is the reason I am taking this. All other definitions may appear good to you, may be appealing to you, but you have to take one concrete one standard definition, and you have to build all the things on those things. Because based on your understanding of the ethics, the whole chapter will be built. So in this regard, according to second ARC, these are the standards of the society. Society places these things on itself to guide our behavior, choice, and action. So according to second ARC, ethics is a set of standards that society places on itself and which helps guide behavior, choice, and action. This is the most important definition, and all the questions of UPSC are based on this definition. One of the main reason is the syllabus itself is based on second ARC report. And this is a universally accepted If not universally, at least in Indian context, if you say that according to second ARC, no one just can talk. That's the thing. This is the apex or climax. In the whole like 70 to 80 years after independence, only two times Administrative Reforms Commission was constituted. And it was only in the second one, second ARC, that they have spoken about ethics in governance. That is the reason they have put ethics in your GS. So please note down, this is the most important one on which you have to base the things. It's a very crystal clear one. See, what is ethics? Here, like judging right, wrong, ethical, unethical, all these things. Okay. But what is the basis? Who gives this? Who is imposing? It's a society. Let me give a small example here. Please answer this question. Please answer this question. When you drink coffee, do you feel guilty? When you drink tea, chai, do you feel guilty? Please answer yes or no. Similarly, when you drink honey or any honey or product made from honey, do you feel guilty? No. Why? Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? See, in coffee or in chai, you are using milk. That milk was not meant for you. That milk was given by a cow or any buffalo to its younger one. Means like you are like in reality, don't take other way, it's just to make the concept clear. In reality, if you take the things, you are stealing, you are snatching the milk which the mother has produced for its calf. But you are not at all feeling anything bad. Honey, was that honey made for you? Arey aa jao, Patanjali ka honey. Was that made for you? On the other hand, say you feel that like killing an animal is bad, violence. Don't you feel this is a bigger crime than that? But you won't feel. Why? The reason is society. Society has made this point clear that drinking milk or honey is not unethical. Say, for example, any relation or anything, we say that some things are bad. Infidelity, we think that it's bad. Why? Having too many marriages, like relation outside marriage. Why is that? Because society imposes those things. Then you may ask me, sir, why is this? The reason is society is an organic whole. Society is a living organism. It has life. Society want to perish. If society don't do these things, sorry, society want to evolve. If society don't do these things, society will perish. Why almost in all societies we prize people who work hard? Why we prize? उससे यार हम क्या लेना देना है? A person who is not at all working, he is criticized as lazy. Why? The reason is, if society doesn't criticize, then all people like they feel that sleeping is the good part and they will sleep and they won't work and society will diminish, perish. Clear? When society appreciate the winner, all will be trying to win. Hope the things are clear to you. So this is a one definition which you have to internalize. And the other things, society, like these are the other definitions given by second ARC, and you should be noting down this also. Ethics is set of standards that helps guide the conduct. So conduct here, don't go for in-depth things. Conduct simply means your behavior. So your behavior is guided by ethics. So in this regard, like as we proceed, Like the same PDF will be made available in the app, in the batch. So you'll be added to that. So here, in fact, I always like to give dictation, but lack of time, I won't be giving. If at all, if you are in need, definitely I'll give dictation, because that is not a big thing. It is in fact a easy one. So I have given a very brief description of the things to begin with, and this is a festival time, so I won't be taking much of your time. But come prepared for tomorrow's class. I have chosen specially chapter number 3 because it's a very simple one. It can be completed very easily. So if you have got any doubt or anything, please let me know. Okay. Then the whole ethics, especially with respect to dimensions of ethics, revolves around this. Ethics is set of standards that the society places on itself, which helps guide our behavior and choices. Then the question is, what is a supreme ethical standard? What should be the basis on which we shall judge that this is the standard and this is not? So in this regard, like majorly, there are two things. One says that ethics is located in the means. The other says that ethics is located in the end. That's it. One which says that ethics is located in the means, they are not bothered about which mean you are taking. If it is most beneficial, the greatest good for greatest number, then it is good. On the other hand, when it comes to us, only the end is the important one. Okay, I told, I think, other way around. I'll clarify the things. There are two major things to decide supreme ethical standards. What are they? One is that which says means are important. Here, outcome is not taken into consideration. Whether the outcome is negative, positive, neutral, nothing doing. Just follow the means, that is ethical. The other thing is with respect to the end result, the output. So for that, means are immaterial. Only the output is the one which is considered. So this is the one, and in this regard, this is the one which you should be aware of. If you are not aware, like you have not understood the whole syllabus yet. So please take this as a question and try to answer this. Why is GS4 paper named Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude? This is a question number 1, daily mains answer writing. Tomorrow we'll be having test. Other than this, this is a one first question. Then the second question is, our paper is named Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. Then why does the UPSC says that this paper will include questions to test the candidate's attitude and also the problem solving approach? Right? So hope you try to answer, you will come up with the answers. Tomorrow we'll be having test with respect to aptitude and foundational values for civil service. And after that, we'll discuss. Right? So if you have got any queries or anything, please let me know. So here, if you just follow these things, everything in a systematical way will be given. And with respect to the material, complete material will be given. Right? So I can see many of my old students and even some students who like took coaching some 4-5 years back also. Right? So have a great day. Enjoy the festival. And thank you one and all for attending the class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.